into the conversation, Chris, thank you for that. Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell of California. He's a member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence and the House Judiciary Committee. So we've got a lot of investigations to ask you about. But first, to Chris's piece that she worked on there, what else is it going to take for the Democratic Party to rebuild? There's, a lot of talk about resisting Trump. Yeah. What's the next step beyond that? New energy, new ideas. So I chair a group called Future Forum. It's our 27 youngest House Democrats. We've gone to about 50 cities across the country now, including Kenosha, Wisconsin, Omaha, Dallas, Texas. 60 of the 80 seats that we're targeting have young candidates, people about 40 or under running. So I think, being young, that's not an attribute, but being young and experienced, I think that's something that people are looking for. But as Chris pointed out, connected with the community and representative of the community.
Yeah, you really have to go in and talk to these people and understand that for them, they're very conscious of the fact that while Barack Obama was president, 970 legislative seats were lost. And they know that that's where it starts. You can't talk about where's our next woman candidate for president, where's our next minority candidate for president, unless you build that bench, and they want to be that bench.
Congressman, it's been well documented why Hillary Clinton lost in that belt of states through Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Michigan by a relatively small group of people, many of whom voted for President Obama the previous election, flipped to vote Republican for Donald Trump. What's your message to those voters who feel like the Democratic Party has turned its back to them? Yeah, we hear you. We're for you, and we need you back, because those are the ones that we need to get first. And so I think understanding that it's really about growing their paychecks, growing their opportunities, and making sure that they can dream bigger dreams for their kids than they dream for themselves. And that's the party we've always been. I think, too many folks felt like we had lost that, and we didn't go to enough of those places. I went to Wisconsin. They were pretty pissed off that we didn't go there enough when I was there, and that we have to take to heart. Do you think the Democratic Party has drifted too far left and gotten too mired in identity politics? I think we're not thinking about, when we grow the pie for everybody, it lifts everybody up. People aren't worried about who's taking their piece. They're not as fearful of an immigrant or a Muslim. I think if we're talking about expanding it for everybody, every kid's invested in their schoolhouse. Every kid has a chance to go to college. Every person who loses their job has a community that's going to look out for them and make sure they have new opportunities. I think that's what we do best. On top of everything else, the president also weighed in on the Russia investigation yesterday, venting his clear frustration with the probe.
The whole Russia thing was an excuse for the Democrats losing the election, and it turns out to be just one excuse. I mean, today Hillary blamed Nigel Farage. That one came out of nowhere. So that was just an excuse for the Democrats losing an election that, frankly, they have a big advantage in the Electoral College. They should always be able to win in the Electoral College, but they were unable to do it. So there has been absolutely no collusion. It's been stated that they have no collusion. They ought to get to the end of it, because I think the American public is sick of it.
Congressman, is the American public sick of it? No. And in fact, what I've seen, in the anecdote and in the research is that people are concerned about what Russia did in our election. They want to know that the next election is going to be more secure. They don't want to relitigate what happened in 2016. Donald Trump is the president. Unfortunately, that's something we all have to live with every day. But they do want to know that we're not going to just look the other way at what Russia did and allow another country or Russia to do this again in 2018. I'm calling for an independent commission to do this. After September 11th, it took us over a year to even set up an independent commission. I still think when you look at the shenanigans going on in the House Intelligence Committee with a recused chairman still issuing subpoenas and running a separate investigation, that's the only insurance policy against a investigation right now that has an asterisk on it, is having bipartisan appointed commission on the outside. John Hellman.
Congressman, I'm just curious. I think for a lot of people there is a question in their minds, at least, of what's the time horizon here for you guys? Now, your committee has been beset by difficulties that have been more acute than the ones in the Senate, where they've been working together in a bipartisan way a little bit more cleanly. But if you look down the road, given where you are today, do you think you're going to be done with your work in some form or fashion in a few months? Is this another couple of years? If I'm a voter, when am I going to get an answer from you guys, at least? Ideally before the first ballot is mailed out for the 2018 midterm election, because we need unity right now as a shield against future attacks. And I think this disunity only allows the Russians to sharpen their swords and be emboldened to come at us again. And that's the X factor. Chris talked about having all the factors in our favor going into 2018. It's a unified government,
the voters tend to go the other way. Trump is politically very unpopular. But I don't know what another interference campaign would do. And the Russians right now, I think, are sitting pretty, knowing that we're not unified and we've done nothing. We have a commander-in-chief who won't even acknowledge the attack. So we're pretty vulnerable.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, thank you very much for coming on the show this morning. Chris Jansing, thank you as well. Sorry about the, we're getting a new granite in the kitchen.
Is that what it is?
Countertops.
Yeah.
What color?
Well, we're going, I have no idea. I don't know anything about granite, but probably black granite.
Taupe.
There you go.
And a backsplash.
Taupe. Okay. Oh, the backsplash is going to be amazing.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.